for a thunderous round of applause.
Oh, thank you, Ellen. Such wonderful words. I appreciate you. And as we learn to say on our tour, I heart you, Ellen. I heart you. So, good morning, City Colleges of Chicago, all 7 campuses. I send special love to my campus, Kennedy King College, and to all the Phi Theta Kappa chapter members. I know the Nerdtastic Lambda Rho chapter is present, and to all the OMB scholars. We are truly one in a million. I'm so excited to share with you on this virtual platform for the 8th annual Transfer-Mation Leadership Conference. I want to thank Ellen Goldberg, Tiana McCann, and Shelley Lemons for this invite. You know, people do not have to consider you and allow you the opportunity to speak on platforms like this one. And for them to think well of me is an honor, as well as an acknowledgement to the tribe who raised me, that their prayers, time, and investment were well spent. So thank you again for this opportunity. I do not take it lightly. So today's topic is persevering, thriving in challenging times. An appropriate topic with all that we are experiencing in our world today. We're going through a global pandemic, a greater awareness to the social injustice issues that have plagued the U.S. far beyond what we have witnessed during this year, and also the impact that all of this has on our daily living. For some of us, work life and home life is blended, and we no longer know where one stops and the other begins because we're working from home. The education landscape is different because classes are occurring for the most part virtually, and for some, adapting has been challenging. Social interactions look different depending on your level of comfort. Some people are still not dining in restaurants or giving others hugs and for greetings as we once did. Even our places of worship have had to adapt to not rely on the buildings they were once housed in and are focused on investing in the development of people digitally. These are challenging times, and welcome to the new normal. So I know what you're saying. How is it possible to persevere and thrive right now? Well, I work for an organization, like Ellen said, called Toyota North America. Within our company, we have 2 pillars that we refer to as our North Star: continuous improvement and respect for people. Now, when you think of the North Star, Polaris, this is the point around which the whole sky turns. Everything revolves around this point. So for Toyota, every decision made in the company, each innovative idea and new venture revolves around these 2 pillars. If it does not promote continuous improvement or respect for people, our leaders believe we should not do it. It does not align with who we are as an organization. This is the philosophy for a company, an organization, which is great. My question for you is this: what is your North Star for your life? What is the point, the philosophy that everything revolves around? I would argue that if you know the point, what your life revolves around, why you get out of bed every day, then you can persevere and thrive in any situation. You know why? Because what is fueling you has nothing to do with what is going on around you. It has everything to do with what is in you, driving you and motivating you to give your best effort every day. Now let's be clear, challenges and oppositions are going to come. Setbacks will happen. There will be occasions when you take an L, but the perseverance in thriving is determined by what you do after the challenges, after the opposition, after the setback, and after the loss. I believe once you determine what your guiding principles are, then you have something to measure your decisions against that is steady and solid. It does not waver with the happenings of the day or the move of the moment, which can be up one minute and down the next. This principle centers you and brings you your ultimate goal back into focus. For me, my North Star is my faith, my relationship with God. My faith guides every decision in my life, big or small. In order for me to keep my faith as my guiding principle, I have to cultivate it. I spend time building my faith by studying, listening to podcasts, being engaged in my local church, and listening to speakers who affirm what I believe, so I have something to draw on when times are challenging. And I've been faced with many challenges in my life before 2020. I was diagnosed with kidney disease in 2008 and could not take care of myself for almost 2 years. After I started getting well, I couldn't work in childcare anymore. This was a challenge. What is my next step? I went back to school and I earned my associate's degree in 2015 with highest honors. I did not have the money nor anyone I could borrow money from to continue my education and obtain my bachelor's degree. I trusted that if this was indeed the plan for my life, then a way would be made for me to continue. There were naysayers, but what would my next steps be? I applied for scholarships and won them, competing against students half my age. I was 40 years old when I crossed the stage at Fisk University, magna cum laude. Represent Fisk right now. Her sons and daughters are ever on the altar. Can I tell you, all along the way, as I kept pressing through whatever happened, I maintained my faith. I trusted what I know to be true for me, referring back to my guiding principles, and I thrived. In the face of illness, financial difficulties, and naysayers, I thrived. What is your North Star, your guiding principle? What aligns with who you are? For me, it is my faith. For you, it may be something else. It is vital to know what is guiding you in your decisions. And I encourage you to build a community around you that will walk with you. I'm blessed with people who hold me accountable, encourage me, chastise me, support me emotionally and mentally, and while in college, sometimes financially. All of this is needed. Some of the people in my community I found right at Kennedy King. I had Professor Merrill L. Junius for English 101 with her green pen and Women's Studies with her purple pen. She is still my role mentor to this day. We speak often and I value her guidance. OMD helped me overcome learning challenges by providing tutors and mentors to assist me in developing processes that would help ensure my success in my classes. They also gave me tools to overcome my social awkwardness and be able to walk in a room and speak with total strangers. PTK afforded me opportunities to interact in spaces I felt unqualified to be in, but was invited, and boosted my self-confidence among my peers by their willingness to follow my leadership as their president. When I went to Fisk, I lived on campus. Now you remember, I was in my late 30s, right? When I went back to school. The acceptance I found from students and faculty was amazing. I became a chapel assistant and it changed everything for me. Again, movements that align with my guiding principle. When I moved to Texas, I did not know anyone. I have been blessed to connect with people in Toyota and my local church to find my tribe and start building community. And my community is still growing. All along the way, my family has been my greatest relationship, especially my mother and my siblings. And can I tell you, everybody's path is going to look different. My path does not mimic my sister's path or mimic my friend's path. It's my very own path of what I needed to do and the steps that I needed to take to get to this point in my life. And I wouldn't trade anything along the way. All the challenges, all the adversity, the ups, the downs, the in-betweens is all what has made me to be who I am today. Now, I'll leave you with this. If you do not know what your guiding principles are right now, today is the perfect day to take a step towards discovery. Determine what your North Star is and ensure all of your decisions align to it. Work on building your community. Sometimes the people you choose to walk with in life will have a greater impact on your life than those you are connected with by blood relationship. Stay true to this guiding principle, and despite what happens around you, what is in you will cause you to persevere and thrive in any situation. Thank you for allowing me to share with you this morning. It has indeed been a pleasure, and my hope is that you get a lot out of the rest of this leadership conference and you walk away from it stronger than you were when you came in.
Thank you so much, Tina. Oh my gosh, I miss you so much. You are just a force. You always have been, and you just proved it again just now. That you reminded not just our students, but I think you reminded every staff member who is a part of this right now that we need to focus on our North Star. We have such a difficult trial period that we're going through as a nation right now for so many different reasons, and it's so easy to get lost. So thank you. I'm personally thanking you just from touching me alone. I'm sure everybody else agrees. If you all agree, just put it in the chat. We agree. We love Tina, because you just changed my life even with that message just now. So thank you, Tina. We are so honored to have you with us today. And you continue to be the poster child for City Colleges of Chicago. We love you so much.
Love you all too. And everywhere I go, I always, I love my HBCU, but what got me there was my City College of Chicago, my Kennedy King, and the Transfer-Mation. Deion Douglas, Deion was on me and kept me focused. And everybody who I met, and I know that this is far off of the opening speech that I gave, but everyone who I met at City Colleges, all of the professors, the faculty, the staff, even at district office, all the people I got to meet were truly fantastic. And really, I wanted to be a part of things, and they opened the door for me to do it. I got to meet with the president of our college. I got to meet with the provost and do all kinds of things. Opportunities are available. If you want to take advantage of them, just make yourself available to the moments and step into them, because they're there, and you never know where it's going to lead you. And I'll be quiet.
No need to be quiet, Tina. We will have you back. I can't tell you how many times, I'm sure, because your words of wisdom will be able to touch generations of CCC students. So thank you again. We appreciate you. Stick around if you like, because we love to just see your face. You look amazing, by the way. And with that hair, girl. And we just love you. And I'm so glad you're with us today. So we're going to actually connect you all students to some more amazing